I think for all of us, one of the most important things to do is to identify what life is about. What is our meaning? What is our purpose? And I've written a short piece on this, and I'll send you the link on LinkedIn when I post it. But
Please.
I talk about, for all of us, it is about finding purpose and meaning. For each of us, that will be different. But ultimately, every philosophy, every creed, every religion has at its core a true value for human relationships. Life is about loving and being loved. And I think that that's a very important part of our reasons for living. And I think another part is to do whatever we do with purpose, to identify our purpose, how we can impact positively on others, because I don't believe it's having things that makes people truly happy. I think it's doing things. So if we are committed to live the best life that we can live and to saying, how do I make the best of this? Well, then I think that that will start to happen.
She told me that anybody can do the cooking, you go to school. She was not encouraging me to stay in the kitchen. I tell you, she just wanted me to get as much schooling as possible, get a doctorate and all that. So I was in my 40s. My supervisor told me to go get a doctorate, and I said to him, by the time I get a doctorate, I'm going in my 50s. And he said, you'll be 50 anyway. And that was the best answer you could give to a 10-year-old child, that don't try to be more than what you are or less than what you are. And 10-year-old, you don't have your brain developed completely.
I will bring Miss Marsha to this conversation, because I had the pleasure of having Marsha as my guest at the LinkedIn Live that I do once a month. And just about the end of the conversation, I said, Marsha, so what's your message? Just exactly the question you asked me. And Marsha, being such an experienced and absolutely fantastic coach, she got quiet for a second, and then she said, be patient. Be patient. She said, be patient with yourself. You're not gonna become an MCC coach overnight. Be patient. Be patient with your clients. They will not get the absolute every possible benefit of coaching in their first session. Be patient. Be patient. Look into what is available as new areas of growth and learning for you and your client at the same time. Learn it, then share it. Be patient. So I was like, oh, okay. And the other message that I would share is with the clients. And it is, even if you don't know much about coaching, try it. Try it. It will change your life. So do your due diligence. Know what to look for. Not what not to look for. Coaching is not a silver bullet and a solution for everything. But when you think that's exactly what you should be doing, do it. Do it. It's not a big investment. And you may just have a transformation for your life.
The big aha moment for me was, and I write about it in my book, my new book, which is called Any Dumbass Can Do It. I write about it in the book in that, in 1997, I was given the opportunity to lead the company, and our goal was to take the brand to the world. And I think from a marketing standpoint, we knew how to do that. What I didn't know how to do was to build a culture in the organization where people could act independently any hour of the day and feel good about it. So I was searching for that answer. And actually, it was 2 years into my role as CEO. I was actually on a Qantas 747 flying from Los Angeles to Sydney. And as you do when you're flying long distances, you take stuff to read. And I was reading, and I read a quote from the Dalai Lama. And the quote was, "Our purpose in life is to make people happy. If we can't make them happy, at least don't hurt them." And I thought, wouldn't it be wonderful if you could create an organization where the people's happiness was really important? And then I read another quote from Aristotle, who was born in 384 BC. And he said, "Pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work." And I thought, well, those two things really join together. If people are happy and they're enjoying what they're doing, then they're going to do great work. But I still didn't know how to do it. Anyhow, when I got back to San Diego, I was reading something in a local newspaper about a master's degree in leadership at the University of San Diego. And I went to an information session where I heard my mentor, my dear friend, Dr. Ken Blanchard, the guru of servant leadership, talk about this master's degree, which was about getting people in the heart, not just in the head. So here I was, already CEO of a US public company. I went back to school and I did a master's degree in leadership, which was really very focused on, and Ken was one of my professors, which was really very focused on how do you build an organization that's really focused on servant leadership. So it was there that I found the tools. And as you've talked about wisdom a little bit, we were talking before we went live, I think there's a journey to wisdom. You go and I think that starts with forever learning. So what you do when you learn is you gain knowledge. And when you put knowledge to work, you create wisdom. So my path is to be always a forever learner, to be able to gain knowledge. And once you have knowledge and you put it to work, that's when wisdom arrives. So that was my journey.